I was debating just wearing my suit and tie again, just so that when my family finds my dead body from when this episode kills me from the emotions, they could just send me off to the funeral home. What's going on, guys? My name is Morgan, and welcome to, or back to my channel. Today, I'm getting my heart ripped out of my chest, apparently, because we're reacting to the Season 2 finale of Good Omens. People have been hyping this episode up since I started reacting to it. Especially after episode 3 when I started crying at the sweet things. They're like, you're not going to survive episode 6 of season 2. I hope we get answers in this one because I have a lot of questions still that have not gotten answered. Before we get into it, as always, if you want the full uncut video, that'll be available over on the Patreon. If you want to watch me lose my sanity in real time or whatever it may be, whatever this episode is going to do to me. If you want to watch me go through the 5 stages of grief in real time, that's available over on the Patreon. If you want to follow me on social media, you can do so here. I was warned this is a very chaotic episode and that a lot of stuff happens, so I might have to take breaks in between to best process this episode. I also get overwhelmed, so if a lot of stuff happens, there's the possibility my brain shuts down and I stop picking up on stuff. So if that's the case, I'm so sorry. It's happened in the past. It might happen again. Just giving you guys a heads up. I'm going to give it my best attempt. I've done a rewatch. I took notes. I'm truly gonna try to give this finale the attention it deserves because you guys have been hyping it up so much, but if I slip up on things, I'm sorry. I truly am. I get overwhelmed easily. And I think that's it. So with all that being said, let's get into this. This episode's called Every Day. Fuck off. Fuck off. Everyone, you can all fuck off.
I'll need 8 battery-operated candles. They're in my desk drawer.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad we switched to battery-operated because we don't need to lose the bookshop again. We don't need to do that again.
This all started a very long time ago.
Yeah.
But also, yes.
But also, yes.
I thought it might make you realize that Maggie loved you. And then you'd fall in love with her.
Aziraphale, you can't just out them like that. You can't just out Maggie like Aziraphale. Oh my god, duh. Again, I'm going with, he was projecting. I said this at some point in the last video. I recorded it afterwards because episode 5 broke my brain. The reason, like, he got so swept up in the ball was because he realized that's what he wanted to do with Crowley for all that time. But now he's outing Maggie to Nina. Nina just broke up with her terrible partner, but still, she is still recovering from that. You can't just do, if I was Maggie, I'd be so much more upset right now. It's only been a week. I forgot all of this happened within a week.
Jane Austen.
Oh yes, the brains behind the 1810 Clerkenwell diamond robbery.
He was listening when Crowley was telling him.
Not going to let us in whether you like it or not.
How are you going to do that?
You are not welcome here.
Good! Tell her ass! Oh, that's right, we're going to heaven.
Right. You're a scrivener, 37th class, records, where?
In my office.
How does he know that? Muriel told, who was it, Michael and Uriel, that they were a Scrivener 37th class, because I made a note of it. I wrote it down. They had to be told. How would Crowley know this?
Bees.
Angels are like
Bees.
bees, fiercely protective of their hive if you're trying to get inside. Once you're in, is it even faintly possible that an unauthorized demon might be just...
You look like a bee. You look like a murder hornet or
You look like a murder hornet!
bees? Right.
Oh, hello, Crowley! What? Oh my god, I love it. Stop. I love it. He went all gold. He went all gold and like a light shade of gray. And the hair's back and the... Oh my god, I love this look.
Right. Your office. I'll follow you.
He's so cute. The way he protects Maggie and Nina. God damn it. I'm trying to pay as much attention to this as I can. I'm so sorry for all the pauses and rewatches and yada yada yada. They're literally throwing garbage. Guys, how old are you? You're literally throwing garbage in there.
You lot are ridiculous.
we are the
Literally.
leaders of the damned. We are invincible.
You might be invincible, but you're still stuck out there, and we're in here. You don't frighten me.
Ah, that's disgusting.
I had brothers. You don't scare me by making faces. No, spent my life being scared of things.
Oh,
I'm done with being scared.
let's go, Maggie.
Yes,
Yeah, tell him.
Maggie.
Tell them.
Please don't embarrass yourself in front of the woman you pathetically love. She's not
Can you
embarrassing
guys-
herself. She's
Can you guys stop throwing Maggie under the bus? It's none of your business, her feelings.
She's not embarrassing herself. She's braver than anyone I know.
You cowards. You posture bravely because you are in there.
You're nothing, Maggie. Look at you. You run the shop nobody visits. Unable to pay the rent. Dull.
Shax, I will square up. Look, Shax is already on my shit list because I shared my findings about the whole look and the ball on Instagram, and someone messaged me like, oh, Neil Gaiman, by the way, mentioned that Aziraphale was planning on confessing his feelings to Crowley. Editing Morgan here. So I was trying to find proof of this to back up the claim, and only upon looking for proof did I realize that, first of all, it wasn't even the ball that this whole thing was about. It was before the Metatron had shown up in this episode. Also, Neil Gaiman never actually confirmed anything. He just liked a post, and people were taking that as fact. So it was never actually confirmed that Aziraphale was going to confess at any time, especially during the ball, and Neil Gaiman himself said we should not take his liked post as fact. My personal theory is that he might have had an idea to confess at the ball, because we all know Aziraphale's idea of romance is dancing and realizing they misunderstood each other. And yeah, I just wanted to pop in and say that because that was incorrect, my bad. So if the demons didn't show up, he would have been able to tell Crowley. Shax is already on my shit list for that one, and now she's pulling this shit? Shax? You don't mess with my soft blondes. You don't mess with Aziraphale. You don't mess with Maggie. And don't you even try to mess with Nina or Crowley or Muriel. These are my 5 babies. You will not touch them. So help me God, I will find a way to enter the show.
You are unloved and unlovable.
False, because I love her. False. No one loves you because you are a fake bitch. You are manipulative, and you're doing that right now. Your stupid ass couldn't even get a full legion of demons. You're the failure. You're the loser, and not the good kind. Not the kind we sing about. You are the scum that I wouldn't even scrape off the bottom of my shoe, Shax. I'm so defensive over these characters. These are my babies. Am I gonna have to get the punching bag out for this one? It's across the room.
God, you lot are pathetic. You want to come in here and say that to my face?
Oh, no! No! She just fucking invited them in. She just invited them in, didn't she? Oh, I don't want to push play. 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 Oh, fuck. Maggie. This is what she wanted, wasn't it? This is what she wanted.
Come on, quick, get.
Fuck! Aziraphale, hurry it up with the portal, please!
Maggie? What just happened?
Oh, that's so
I
creepy.
think I might have just told them they could come in.
Is there anybody there?
Oh, thank God. I didn't know if it was gonna work because they weren't real candles.
I have to tell you, you can all leave now, and nobody will be hurt.
Yeah. Wise choice, Eric. I'm like, Eric, how many times do you want to get discorporated? How many more times? One more time, apparently, for Eric. Do I have sweat stains? I feel sweat. No, okay. Red's a safe color, I think. I just put on deodorant, and I'm sweating. Ha! I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I think I'm doing a pretty good job so far picking stuff up. Where's wood that I can knock on? Knock on wood, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job so far. Wait! This is finally... Okay, I've been wondering this for the longest time. So, I've had the season 2 music on Spotify. It's different, but when the title credits would play, it was the same one from season 1, but now we finally hear, like, that guitar riff in there. So we finally hear this new version that I've been listening to, because I'm like, what do you mean? I've not heard this a single time in season 2. Okay, so they did it just for the final episode of season 2. That's so freaking cool! I love the guitar riffs in this one. Despite the fact the audio, or the visuals are caught up. What the fuck was that? A halo. Okay, I guess that makes sense because we're going to heaven. Every day, every fucking day, I swear to God, this song, it's gonna have some significance. My money's still on that every day it's getting closer from the prophecy. My money's still on that. Walked right past Uriel and Michael. Oh my god, his snake tattoo is gold! That's so cute! I live for Angel Disguise Crowley. I live for it.
Post office.
It's a bit lonely. That was why I was so pleased when they said I finally had a job on Earth.
Don't you ever see anyone here?
Well, every few hundred years someone comes and asks me for something. You're not really under arrest, are you?
Not really, no.
I'm helping you, aren't I?
Muriel! Muriel, it's gonna be okay, sweetie!
So much trouble.
You think so? Well then, let's make it worthwhile.
Oh.
What have you got on Gabriel?
Muriel's like, fuck it, I'm getting in trouble anyway, might as well make it worth something at this point. Might as well, if I'm gonna get fucked. Oh well, might as well help. At least he's nice. The matter of Gabriel. How specific?
It's all confidential. I can't show it to you. I mean, I couldn't open it if I wanted to. It'd have to be a throne or a dominion or above.
A throne, a dominion, or above. What is that? Hold on, let me look it up. How do you spell dominion? I don't know.
How should you do that?
I haven't always been a demon, and they never change their passwords.
And they never changed their passwords. Wait, so was Crowley like super high up? Do they have like a hierarchy of heaven available? Is that a thing? Oh, a dominion. Okay, a dominion is okay. What's a fucking scrivener then? Because it says principalities, archangels, angels. So is the scrivener just classified under angels? And then dominions are above that. Okay, virtues and powers, and then there's seraphims, cherubims, and opiums. That's not opiums. Opiophins. Thrones. That was mentioned, right? Thrones. It's ringing a bell. How are the archangels this low down? I thought they would have been higher up. So Aziraphale's on like a similar level. Did they have them specifically spaced out? Are we able to determine what kind of angel Crowley was? Because Crowley was like the creator of the stars, the nebula. Now I've got questions. I'm sorry. This is the hyperfixating. Okay, so angels, archangels, and principalities are all on the same level, it seems, or lowest orders. Dominions or lordships. The dominions also translate blah, 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 blah. Traditionally, they are held to govern the movement of stars, planets, and other celestial objects. Does that make Crowley a dominion or a lordship? I don't know, I'm spending too much time on this, but this is something I need to definitely do a dive into at some point. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked there, but that was really bothering me. I'm surprised that Crowley's above Aziraphale. For some reason, I thought, like, principalities and archangels would be higher, but guess not. So, if you notice the outfit change there, that's because yesterday while I was recording, my camera decided to just not record for 20 minutes. It wasn't the fact that I didn't record, because I saw the numbers. That's why I always check my camera to make sure the numbers are going, to make sure I don't exceed the time limit. My camera just never saved the footage to the SD card. Like, the file doesn't even exist. It wasn't even corrupted. It just did not save to my SD card for some reason. It's never done that before. I don't know why I decided to do it to the important episode. Thankfully, nothing too important happened. It wasn't the reason everyone fucking came here. Don't worry, because I know you all came here to watch me cry in this one. I took notes of what I originally said. The main things I talked about, I'm gonna try and re-talk about in this one, but the commentary might not be the same as it was because I have answers to some of the questions I was asking at the time. The clips that I was reacting to in this time frame were from the 7:44 mark in the episode to 18:22. It was quite a decent chunk, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to replicate it, but just know that this is not the original reaction. Now I have to pretend like nothing was wrong for these because I didn't know how bad it was gonna get. I love that Aziraphale was able to weaponize, like he learned from his mistakes and he was able to weaponize the portal he has in his bookshop. My first watch through, I was like, wait, they're getting discorporated, right? They're not going to heaven, right? Because that'd be a terrible idea. But no, they're getting discorporated. Demons are so dumb.
Into the circle forever, even demons aren't that stupid.
So what's your plan?
Jim's having the time of his life. He's like, fireworks!
But if you step into it and you aren't prepared, it can discorporate you completely.
Does what you say make sense in your head?
No, because when they first used the word discorporate in season 1, I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I feel Nina's pain. Can you just imagine, like, getting this info and we haven't been keeping up with what's been going on in the show? We just hear the word, oh, they get discorporated. Like, what do you mean by that?
Forever and ever. Amen.
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 Nah.
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 Nah. May I ask why you're not seeing it?
Surely.
Why?
I told you could ask.
I am the only First Order Archangel in the room, or, you know, the universe. So I'm not going to answer so much. But you feel free to knock yourself out with all the asking.
I love how petty Jim is. He's like, were you the first Archangel? I don't think so. Sit down, Michael. Oh, he's so petty. I love it. So, original thoughts I had on this were, it's crazy the difference between season 1 and season 2 Gabriel. Because season 1 Gabriel was calling out Adam. He's like, you are a brat. You were put on this earth to end it. And I hope somebody tells your father. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing. And now he's like, nah, not really feeling it. Not in the mood. Not in the mood. It's crazy seeing this, like, difference. And I was like, what made him change his mind? We know now. But I was like, I had no idea. I had no theories as to what the hell was happening. But I'm like, it's kind of ironic that he's so against Armageddon now. And I just had so many questions that eventually got answered. But in case people are watching this for the first time with me, I won't spoil it.
Armageddon, the sequel, that's a nah.
Hard pass.
The cleaning roster.
Okay.
He's like, finally something we can talk about.
Struck gold.
They're having so much fun. This is like the equivalent of like a couple's rage room, but it's just discorporating demons. Good throw, Maggie.
Why all the fire extinguishers?
Well, there was a fire here once, you see? And, well, books can go up, like... Well, anyway...
The fucking look he gives. The look he has, like, he just had Vietnam flashbacks of, like, he didn't even witness his bookshop burning, but just the thought of losing his books again. That look, I feel like a hand just passing through my chest and gripping onto my heart and squeezing it. That hurts so much, that bit. My poor little angel.
Gabriel refused point blank to entertain another Armageddon. Doesn't sound like him at all.
Exactly.
Any idea why not?
They had a sort of trial.
It was a real trial. It didn't take long, though.
Also, I just realized they gave Gabriel a trial, but they didn't give Aziraphale a trial. Ironic, since similar things happened, but, you know, whatever. Whatever! I won't get into it too much.
Do we know each other?
When you were an angel, we worked together on the Horsehead Nebula.
I meet a lot of people.
You're real. You're the...
I love that Crowley's, like, go-to is, like, you're not special. I work with tons of people, or I know a lot of people. He did the same thing with Furfur in episode 4 of this season, where Furfur's like, just before the fall, and Crowley was like, I remember being there, but I don't remember you, or something like that. It's the, like, ultimate, like, power move of Crowley to be like, who are you? I feel like he does it intentionally. I feel like he actually remembers who they are, but he just doesn't care, you know? Like, or he just wants them to realize how insignificant they are and they're not as important as they think they are.
Zero faith. What are you? Crowley's emotional support angel. The softest touch. The one.
I mean, she's not wrong with the emotional support angel, because Aziraphale makes everything better for Crowley. Emotionally, anyway. Like, yes, he causes problems for Crowley as well, but he's there for Crowley. She's not necessarily wrong in that, you know?
Do you need more big human meals, Aziraphale? Shall we send up the sushi?
Even the second time watching it, I still feel the guttural rage. I still feel the fucking guttural rage. What is up with the body shaming from the angels and the demons? Fuck off. Shax, the people you have fighting for you right now, one of them's missing half the face. Their jaw's gone. You're gonna insult Aziraphale for being a soft boy? We love a soft boy. Okay, people can be soft. You know how much more huggable that makes them? Who do you think I want to hug more, Shax? You or Aziraphale? The correct answer, Aziraphale. Soft angel. Want to wrap my arms around and can never let go. Looks so comforting.
Give us Gabriel. Give him to us now.
Sometimes people call me Gabriel.
And tell that moron.
I see. You're casting me down to hell. Well, I accept my fate. Sometimes an angel just has to say, guys, enough.
I'm so much more infuriated that I know how this episode ends. Just the fact that Gabriel was able to say enough, but someone else wasn't able to say enough. We'll get to that when we get there. We'll get to that when we get there. I'm sorry, I'm an emotional person, and my rage is coming through being reminded of this.
Even though...
No speeches, Gabriel. You are not going to hell.
And fuck you. I didn't like you even in season 1. Fuck you. What are you doing in this meeting? Why are you in this meeting? Aren't you supposed to be taking God's calls? Who's gonna give God the memo or not give God the memo? You know, or cosplay as the Wizard of Oz wannabe? Don't you have better things to do? Metatron, don't you have other things to do? You are a glorified answering machine for God. You have a power complex. Shut up. You can tell I really don't like him for obvious reasons that happen later in this episode.
One prince of heaven to be cast into the outer darkness makes a good story. For it to happen twice makes it look like there is some kind of institutional problem.
I knew that quote stood out to me in episode 5. Yeah, Gabriel said if it happens again, it'll make it seem like it's an institutional problem. And I was like, that's a really weird quote, so I wrote it down.
Which, needless to say, there isn't. You will, I am sure you will be glad to learn, remain an angel.
I feel like they can't cast him out of heaven because then it's going to be like, oh, we had to cast out another angel, an archangel. First it was a principality, now it's an angel. People are going to start to be like, wait a minute, what's going on in heaven where they're having to cast out people? They want to keep it within heaven so that other people like demons or whoever it may be doesn't realize there's an issue here and that people are starting to realize the issue with heaven.
Although as a kindness, your memory of your time as Gabriel...
As a kindness, he's so full of shit. He's so full of shit. He makes it seem like he's doing people favors. He's not doing people favors. He just doesn't want them to remember secrets or something. That's my theory anyway. He doesn't want Gabriel remembering any of the secrets that he knew as an archangel and spreading them anywhere.
Didn't know that there was one down.
I see. Well, all good things.
Little fist bump. They're such good pals. I love the dynamic between Crowley and Muriel. The little fist bump. It's so cute. They're adorable.
Got it. Well, I'll just need to take off my clothes and clean out my desk then.
You have a desk.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
I'll just
Sit
need
down,
a,
Michael.
Throw books at them?
I'd rather you didn't.
Obviously, no fiction, but encyclopedias? It's all
Encyclopedias?
If you must.
The poor books. It hurts his zero felt even to watch the encyclopedias. Oh, you sweet little nerd. I love you. Yep. And there he was putting the matchbox in the box. And then he wrote something on the bottom. Okay, he dropped the matchbox here. It did not seem like it was intentional. No, it was intentional. Okay.
Can we begin the memory wipe now?
But without him here.
Good idea. Right.
They're so fucking sneaky. These stupid archangels.
I can't find him in the building. He's left heaven. Should I sound an alert?
Oh, don't be so wet. No, you're all just going to have to find him, that's all.
He doesn't want people knowing that there's a problem in heaven. We've got an archangel, an ex-archangel on the loose. So he sends Uriel, Michael, and Sarah Quill, I definitely said that wrong, I'm sorry, I don't remember how to say it, on a mission to go find him. He's a sneaky bitch. I don't trust him. He's weird. He's fucking weird. I don't like him.
Desperate measures must be taken. I haven't done this since the Great War.
That looks so painful.
It's something we're only meant to do when we're actually on a wartime footing.
I mean, technically you're under attack. I wouldn't call it wartime footing, but you've got no other option at this point. You tried everything else. You've used up all of your resources that you were able to use up. Eric, why would you touch it? Eric, you have 0 self-preservation skills. None. Zip. Nada. I'm telling you, Eric definitely has the world record for most times discorporated.
I may have just started a war.
just happened?
I think your friend just declared war on hell. This could get very messy.
Right, come on, let's get back.
Ah, gotta go save my fucking husband! Gotta go save his ass again!
Funny old world, isn't it?
I love Curly.
Hello? Anybody here? Who came back?
The look of relief! The look of relief! Stop! Oh my god, it hurts me. I'm gonna cry. The show gave me trauma. The show gave me trauma last night, okay? Seeing them happy like this. I thought I was gonna be fine. I thought I was gonna be fine, but that was too much for me. You guys aren't ready. I was having so much fun originally recording this. I was like, this is so cute. Everything's getting solved. I was so naive and stupid. He's so relieved he came back.
I did the thing with the halo.
I did the thing with the halo. You blew up your halo. Oh, hell won't like that.
That's the point I got up to before the recording got corrupted. So yeah, everything from here on out is the original reaction. After reacting, I did like a little recap to take a break. And I don't remember if I touched on my thoughts later on that I covered here, so I wrote them down like quickly just so I could talk about them. Gabriel said no, and immediately got demoted to the record keeper at level 38. It's funny how the moment anyone speaks up against heaven, they either fall, get disowned, or get demoted. It's almost like heaven can't deal with someone not wanting to do something or wanting to not follow something according to the plan. And I understand angels are supposed to not question God or the great plan, but at this point, it doesn't even seem like that's really what God wants. Because as far as we know, none of them have spoken to God yet, because she doesn't seem to talk to anyone except supposedly the Metatron, but I think he's bullshitting that, just because I don't trust him. The Halo thing really took me by surprise, because it's interesting how they use like the angel halo as kind of like almost like a nuclear weapon, where like people, if we use nuclear weapons on other countries that we don't already have a war with, it starts a war. It's ironic seeing like the angel equivalent of that. But to be fair, he didn't really have any other option. Him and Maggie and Nina were gonna die or get captured. He really had no other option. I don't remember why I talked about the miscommunication. For some reason, I touched upon the miscommunication between these two. Little did I know how much I'd be talking about that more later. Originally, the reason for their miscommunication was they couldn't tell each other certain things because they were on opposite sides. We saw that in season 1, where Aziraphale wasn't telling Crowley where Adam was originally because he says, we're on opposite sides, I don't even like you, that whole thing. But my frustration with them in season 2, with the miscommunication and not telling each other their plans or listening to each other, is that they have their own side now. They don't have to answer to other people. And I understand they've done it for a long time. Like, they were put under those circumstances for a long time, so it's hard to break out of that mold. Like, they've been shaped to keep certain bits of information from each other. But it's just frustrating to me because I'm like, you guys have had, at the very least, a couple of years to start, like, trying to break that. Do they have therapy for angels and demons? Because if so, these two fucking need it. Because they're not talking to each other. And when they do, it doesn't go according to plan. But yeah, I just had to put that last bit in there because it was in the original recording and I totally forgot about it. So sorry to bother you again. This is the last time you'll be seeing me. Have fun with the rest of the reaction. I didn't. Oh, Beelzebub came up too!
Nice job, Shax. Beautifully done.
No war. Aziraphale, let's sort this out. Where's the cardboard box?
What box?
The one Gabriel arrived with.
Gabriel? He's here?
Sometimes people call me Gabriel.
Yeah, we did a thing, hiding miracle. Apparently if we do a miracle together, it all works a bit too well.
Yeah.
It's a cardboard box. It's not going to bite you.
They said this, but did you see how they handled the fucking matchbox? They were like, like, okay, so there's writing on the bottom. Gold diggers are 1589. What is this? Just random stuff. Has Aziraphale just been putting things in here?
Oh, there we go.
I am in the fly.
What was I doing?
You were writing a message.
I am in the fly.
What fly? Lord Beelzebub? These flies are your department.
There's only one fly here, and it's familiar. Come here. Come on.
The fly was working with Beelzebub the whole time? I thought I was fucking crazy! I thought I was crazy! There's no way! Were you just lying to all of us, Beelzebub? But why? My fucking brain hurts, dude. I can't do this. What is this?
This is where you are keeping all your memories. All your... you. Look at you. You're perfect. Here. Open it.
Open it? What, like squash it? Ah! Ah!
10 million angels to stand down from their war footing is... it doesn't bear thinking about.
You should try to get 10 million demons to put down their weapons and go back to work.
Can you guys hear my brain trying to process this? Can you hear me trying to figure out what the fuck is going on right now?
New face. I had the old one for 6,000 years. I just thought it was time for a change.
I don't know who you are.
Oh, so Shax didn't get a new face. Also, wait, is this who Gabriel was meeting at the fucking pub? Or is this something else? I haven't gotten a good, like, all I was paying attention to in the pub was the bar. Like, the guy, words. The thing with the bar and the jukebox.
Everyone in heaven is all like, well, you're the commander-in-chief. Can't you just make the war happen anyway? Like, I make the rules.
That's exactly what my lot said.
Well...
Did these two become friends? Did these two become friends? Are you shitting me? I think I made the comment, oh, these two have a lot in common, or something along those lines in episode 6 of season 1. Did I say that? I don't remember. I didn't edit that one. Hold on, let me fucking bother my Discord server real quick. Yeah, okay, they said I did. Okay, it was ringing a bell, but I wasn't sure. These guys actually became friends? Are they gonna, like, form, like, an alliance like Aziraphale and Crowley did? I swear to God, if we get another angel and demon working together...
I have a proposal to make. Instead of Armageddon...
I hear that fucking song! Is that why that song plays? Was it these two?
No Armageddon. They won't like that, though. Most of my demons live for Armageddon, if you can call that living.
They are literally like season 1 Aziraphale and Crowley, like Crowley trying to persuade Aziraphale into stopping the war and stopping Armageddon. Why are there so many people in this show that are like AU versions of Aziraphale and Crowley?
No one could ever know,
Of course. The deal?
This is their version of the arrangement?
I like the song.
They were responsible!
The music that's playing now.
What music?
The noise.
That's music.
You know what music was? Well, then again, didn't you know, like, the sound of music? Or was that God that liked the sound of music? Someone really liked the sound of music. And I remember Crowley was like, your boss really loves the sound of music. I just assumed it was Gabriel. Was it not Gabriel? Oh, they're cute. Stop. They're just bopping along. They're back at the statue?
I think the sculptor really caught something. Shape of the head. Beautiful. Really moving.
It's a very good likeness.
Sometimes I come here for hours and just...
stare at it?
look at it.
Crowley was right! He did just come here to gawk at it. Oh! Wait, so did they meet up multiple times at this pub because the freaking records just kept changing to every day? Is that what that was? He just kept miracling every day into the jukebox because he knows him and Beelzebub like it.
Is that... did you...
Oh!
That song will always be here on that jukebox to comfort the afflicted.
It's a container, so it's bigger on the inside. You can...
Oh! Oh! That's what was in the matchbox, the fucking fly!
No one's ever given me anything before.
You got me feeling bad for Gabriel, not Jim. You got me feeling bad for Gabriel? This is so much to fucking process. I feel like I'm about to lose it. Why did you guys tell me I was gonna cry? This is all so happy so far. Why did you guys tell me this was gonna destroy me? I'm still upset about the fly thing, because I thought I was crazy. Beelzebub lied to everyone, including me. Okay? Because I was like, there's no way it could be Beelzebub, or have something to do with Beelzebub, because Beelzebub doesn't know where he is.
I was coming to you, but forgot.
You were running to fucking Beelzebub? Do these two have feelings for each other? Are these two fucking Aziraphale and Crowley, I swear to God, do these two have feelings for each other? You guys better fucking admit it. I cannot deal with another Aziraphale and Crowley. I can't do it. They're the insufferable husbands. I don't need another insufferable, unrequited couple that won't admit their feelings for one another.
I just found something that mattered more to me than choosing sides.
It's just like Aziraphale and Crowley. Wait, are they together?
Enough to make you believe in true love?
Mortals? What are mortals doing here? Someone turn them into pillars of salt. Seracriel?
I'm on it. That won't be necessary. I'll see to this. Maggie, Nina, you come with me.
Thank you for saying. Wait, they're together? Beelzebub and. Oh, my mind's drawing a blank. Gabriel, they're together? Why do I have heart palpitations? Like, not butterflies, heart palpitations. Why am I anxious? What is happening? My heart rate's at 101. Why am I anxious?
Well, I think Aziraphale probably took much better care of you than I could have done.
Wait. What? Why is Aziraphale, like, studying Crowley's face there? Is he, like, looking for his reaction to all of this? Crowley doesn't seem that surprised.
I didn't collaborate with heaven any more than Gabriel collaborated with hell.
Okay, but, like, could you all be like, sorry, Aziraphale and Crowley, that we judged you and that we tried to kill you, but now we understand that you guys were onto something. Can you fucking say sorry or be like, we were wrong?
I just found something that mattered more to me than choosing sides.
They're definitely together. I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this fucking coming. I just, how am I meant to process all of this, is my question. How are we supposed to process this? How are we meant to fucking guess that, okay? The fact I got as much right as I did, while it wasn't technically on the ball, the fact that I was close, I still can't process because I thought I was being an idiot. My Discord server kept it under such good wraps, they made me think I was wrong, okay? So props to you for making me believe I was crazy for that. I don't know how to process this. And they're together. They're together. Why can these two work together so well? Why can these two work together so well? But Aziraphale and Crowley, it's fucking rocket science. Oh my god. If Gabriel and Beelzebub, people that were higher up on Hell's hierarchy and Heaven's hierarchy, could be in a fucking relationship and admit their feelings for one another, what is holding you guys back? How the fuck were we supposed to guess that these two would end up together? How? They literally... I'm not okay.
It's really sweet.
It is really sweet.
Enough to make you believe in true.
The way Aziraphale touches Crowley, is he like, oh shit, we could have done this the whole time?
I'm on it. That won't be necessary. I'll see to this. Maggie, Nina, you come with me.
And Crowley protecting them again.
Oh, absolutely.
What was the happy face for? What? Look at how happy he is! Look at how, is he happy for Beelzebub and Gabriel? Oh, he's so happy for them!
Nice knowing you both. Let's say goodbye forever and pretend none of this ever happened, yeah?
Oh, come on!
Some of us have been working all night, you know.
Where did you come from?
Oh! He was miracled back alive? Did they just kidnap him? Or did they kill him and he brought someone back from the dead? I thought they didn't have the power. Well, they had the 25 last right. So wait, was all that fucking extra power from Crowley the reason the miracle was so big?
Unless you'd like some help. Could you nip down the mini-mart and pick me up some cream, oat milk, soy milk, and almond milk? I'm on.
Oh! Let's go! You guys are so mature.
Please, can we have a little inconvenience?
I will have order in my bookshop!
I've had quite enough of this. You will speak. One at a time.
where they'd like to go.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
No, there are precedents.
Let them retire.
Who in heaven's punishing for you, Job?
What do you want?
I would like better clothes, and I would like to be with Beelzebub. Where Beelzebub is my heaven.
Oh! Why is that so sweet? Their coupleness just manifested itself to me this episode, and I'm crying over them. That was so freaking sweet. That was so sweet. That was so freaking sweet. Beelzebub is my heaven. Oh my god. You guys are gonna be cavities with your sweetness. I'm gonna need to make a dentist appointment.
Where you are, my sweet, is forever my hell.
Oh!
You know, Alpha Centauri's nice.
Always wanted to go there.
Always wanted to go there. He wanted to run away with Aziraphale there, but Aziraphale kept saying no. I just want subtitles for this bit.
Couple of decent planets, no nightlife to speak of. If you leave...
Oh, look! The way they look at each other! Stop it! Stop it!
Can never come back.
That would be the point.
Yeah! Why would they want to come back? You guys have been fucking assholes to them. Same reason Aziraphale and Crowley didn't want to go back to heaven or hell. Why would they?
Hell will send all its legions to hunt you down.
What legions? What legions? You got 60 demons, 70 demons to storm a bookshop.
Know as well as I do how badly understaffed hell is right now.
Literally.
Anyway, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way.
Oh. Look at Aziraphale's face. He's like, that was adorable.
If you're going back to hell, can I get my flat back?
Who the hell cares?
I care.
Is Aziraphale gonna pick up on the fact he was homeless? Finally?
Bored of living in my car. I don't know my car's much of a fan of it either.
I believe that...
Did Aziraphale know this entire time? He doesn't look surprised at all. Or is he just in his own fucking head right now? It looks like he's in his own head about something.
Order accurately and fast. I haven't slept in 30 hours and I will not hesitate to mock you if I don't like your order.
Yes, I quite understand. I'd like...
Is that the fucking Wizard of Oz bitch? Why does that look like the Wizard of Oz bitch? You can't throw this at me. You can't throw this at me. Why is he down here? I've got my heart palpitations back. I need to take a walk. What's about to fucking happen? That was all so sweet. I need to take a break. I need to digest. We're like, we've got fucking 20 minutes left. What the fuck are they gonna do to us in 20 minutes? I need to invest in a heart monitor that like displays on the screen because I'm so fucking anxious right now. My heart rate's at 111. Do you see that? My heart rate's at 111. The resting rate for my heart is 60 beats per minute. It's beating twice the speed it's supposed to. I'm sitting down and doing nothing. All right, so thoughts on all of that. Again, with the rant. How are we supposed to fucking make out that Beelzebub and Gabriel were a thing or were involved with each other in any way other than the fly? But Beelzebub played it off so well. Obviously, they didn't know where Gabriel was because the fly was no longer in contact with them because it was a storage unit. But still, that explains why Beelzebub was so worried about where Gabriel was. Can we just do the I was wrong dance? Like, usually I'd be so pissed off that I was wrong, but I'm so happy because there's more to Beelzebub, and that's what I wanted. Thank you, God, for that, not thank you, because you're causing a lot of this fucking bullshit, and so are you, Satan, both of you fucking motherfuckers. Thank Muriel. You know what, let's thank someone worth our time. Thank Muriel for all that, even though they didn't have anything to do with the matter, really. But I lost my fucking train of thought, because I didn't want to thank God. What was I talking about? But I'm so glad there was more to Beelzebub, because Beelzebub seemed so much softer in this season. They seemed like something was bothering them, and now we know why, because we know those two are fucking in love with each other. And it's so cute. Why do I ship it so hard? Also, we got another queer relationship. Let's fucking go. This season's all about the queer relationships. I am here for the queer. Like, I'm gonna have to rewatch all of season 2 now and look out to see if there were hints in it, because that came at me from left field. I would have never before this episode put these pieces together. Now that Aziraphale and Crowley sees that this works for other people, can these two please talk about their fucking feelings? Now that this has been sorted, can they please talk about their feelings? Because there's a lot of similarities between how Beelzebub and Gabriel had their little like arrangement and then they developed feelings for each other over time. And there's the same thing with Crowley and Aziraphale. They see that it could work. Can they please talk about it now? They don't have sides to answer to anymore. They're their own side. I understand that they had to hide their feelings from each other for 6,000 years because other people would interfere. Or their whole relationship or the fact that they got along. But it's not like that anymore. They need to overcome their trauma because otherwise you're just going to be miserable. You know what I'm saying? I understand why it's been so hard for them. It's been like, what, 4 years in the show? I understand in the grand scheme of things, that's nothing. But they gotta start working towards it. I have a lot of conflicting feelings. I'm definitely gonna have to process this on my own time. Right now, I'm just living in the moment, and I might say something stupid and not realize it's stupid. I'm sorry that they threw a lot of information at us in this episode.
People ever ask for death? What? Well, the name of your establishment. Give me coffee or give me death. I assume.
Oh.
Coffee.
They don't ever ask for death, no.
No, I don't suppose they
I
do.
would.
You will never have existed, Aziraphale. In the absence of Gabriel.
Fucking Aziraphale's out of it. He has clocked out. He's out to lunch. Out to lunch.
You don't have the authority to do anything like that.
And who are you?
You don't recognize! I recognize who this motherfucker is! You don't recognize who he is?!
For one's sake. And I mean that most literally. You don't know me?
That's what I'm saying!
But you, demon, do you know me?
Get him out of here!
Really?
Oh, I know you. Last time I saw you, you were a big floating giant head, man.
When was the last... Oh, because of the whole trial thing. I'm like, when did you see him? I thought we were gonna get more Heaven Froley lore, but no, it was from the trial.
Oh, the Metatron. Correct.
Yeah, you look stupid!
What's another word? Not you.
Your reverence, your...
Don't hurt Muriel! Muriel did nothing wrong! Muriel was trying their best!
Well, go on, off you go, the lot of you. Except the dim one. I may need you.
The dim one? The dim one. Rude.
It's just you and me, Aziraphale. Huh?
And Crowley and Muriel.
I think we need to have a bit of a chin wag.
A chin wag?
I don't believe there's anything left to be said. I've made my position quite clear.
Shall I drink it? Of course. I've ingested things in my time, you know.
It's very nice.
The Metatron has drank things before. Has the Metatron also eaten things? Is Aziraphale not the only heavenly being that does these things?
Shall we take a little stroll?
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Why am I getting anxious?
They can't get any weirder.
Oh, I don't like that you gave him that look. I don't like that you gave him that look at all. Why are you giving my boy Crowley that look? What's with the fucking music? What's he gonna pull? I haven't trusted this bitch since he showed up in the bookshop in episode, what was it, 4 or 5? When Aziraphale lit up the circle and Shadowbolt set the bookshop. I don't like his attitude. He gave a weird vibe. I still don't trust him. He's trying to bribe Aziraphale with coffee. He's giving off like this, like, oh, I wouldn't hurt a fly demeanor. And then he does that. Get out of here. I don't like you. What are you gonna pull? What's gonna happen? Something's gonna happen. I know it. I feel it in my fucking... Literally, my chest is beating. Like, my heart is beating out of my chest right now.
You should leave now, too.
The Metatron told me to wait. He said he might need me. Me? He might need me.
They're just happy to be involved.
Have a gold star.
Have a gold star.
Yes.
When Aziraphale does come back, I think we need a little us time. After all this, I think we are going for an extremely alcoholic breakfast at the Ritz.
Brilliant idea.
Are we gonna call it a date finally? Are we finally gonna call it a date? Are we finally gonna make a fucking move?
Can I take a book with me? I was looking at one earlier.
Aww.
They're like people, only portable.
We have to tell them.
Fine.
Have to
Anyone
tell who
wants
what?
anything, tell him we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Oh, he's fixing up the bookshop for Aziraphale! Why am I almost crying? This is so cute.
There are things you need to hear. You and your partner have been messing about in our lives.
We're not a game. We're real people. You can't...
Yes! Agreed!
My relationship just ended. I am not ready to start another one yet. I'll just be a rebound mess.
Totally fair.
Seeing Maggie. When I'm ready, I hope she'll be there, but there isn't any guarantee.
Aww.
There is. You're not helping, Angel.
There is. There is. I'm so glad they finally put their foot down. Everything they're saying is correct.
Because you and Mr. Fell don't ever talk to each other.
Thank you!
We've been talking for millions of years. Blah, 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 blah. I say something brilliant, he says something unintentionally funny back. It's great.
Let's see what you're really thinking.
Thank you.
Because all we needed is what you two need as well.
Thank you! I felt crazy! I felt crazy this whole season! I felt fucking bonkers! I'm so reassured that I'm not the only one thinking this! And that other people see the miscommunication issues as well! Holy shit!
You don't have to answer immediately. Take all the time you need.
What'd you say to him?
I don't know what to say. Well then, go and tell your friend the good news.
What the fuck did he say to you? What's up with the music too?
I'm sure you two have a lot to say.
Say that.
Excellent. What a perfectly splendid thing to do.
Is it?
Why are you so invested in what they're doing?
Yes. Jolly good.
I've got something to say. I know we ought to be talking about it. It's probably best if I start off doing all the talking, you do all the listening, because I don't start talking now, I won't ever start talking. Right? Yes, so...
What's that lovely human expression? Oh, yes, hold that thought. You see...
What did Crowley just say? What did Crowley just say, Aziraphale? I don't even know why I'm getting upset. My heart hurts. Like, I have such bad anxiety right now. What's gonna happen? Why? We have 15 minutes left and nothing sad has happened. This is why I don't like to know when something upsetting is gonna happen.
Oh, I have some incredibly good news to give you.
Really?
Why
can't you just listen to Crowley? I'm sorry.
And he asked who I thought should take over in heaven now that Gabriel was gone. And I said,
Michael? Oh, don't be silly. There's only one candidate who makes even the slightest bit of sense, and that's you.
And I said, me? And he said...
Oh, yes, you're a leader. You're honest. You don't just tell people what they want to hear. It's why Gabriel came to you in the first place, I imagine. Suppose.
Aziraphale left heaven! How was he the best option for this? You have so many blind and willing participants in heaven that would jump at the opportunity, that would blindly follow anything you or God says. Why are you trying to get Aziraphale?
You're honest. You don't just tell people what they want to hear.
Also, you're honest. He's lied multiple times. I don't trust this.
As Supreme Archangel, you will be able to decide who to work with. You formed a de facto partnership with the demon Crowley. Now, if you wanted to work with him again, but it would certainly be within your jurisdiction to restore your friend, Crowley, to full angelic status.
He said what?
He can do that? Or is he lying? I don't trust any of this.
He said I could appoint you to be an angel. You could come back to heaven.
And you told him just where he could stick it then?
I wish. I feel like that's not the case.
Oh, we're better than that. You're better than that.
Yes!
You don't need them. I certainly don't need them. Look, they asked me back to hell. I said, no, I'm not rejoining their team. Neither should you.
Well, obviously you said no to hell. You're the bad guys.
Aziraphale, did you forget everything they did? So you know how at the beginning of this video I said, if a lot of stuff happens, my brain's just gonna shut off and stop picking up on things? That's exactly what happened here. And that's why I got so overwhelmed and so upset. I did a follow-up to this reaction video where I properly analyzed this scene, so stay tuned for that. This was my original reaction to that though, and then later on I will actually get into what the scene means and how I took it wrongly. So my bad, but just so you guys know, I do know the significance of what Aziraphale is saying and what Crowley is saying and how the miscommunication strikes again. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated crying now. The whole thing with Job should be enough of a reason to be like, angels aren't the good guys. God gave Satan permission to kill Job's children, and the angels just let it happen. They wanted to start a war to wipe out the human race. Aziraphale, where is your mind right now? I don't remember the last time I frustratedly cried at something. Why couldn't you let Crowley go first? Why?
When heaven ends life here on Earth, it'll be just as dead as if hell ended it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Tell me you said no.
He said I'll think about it. He said I think. Tell him no.
Charge, I can make a difference.
Gabriel tried to make a difference. They cast him out. I'm getting so fed up. I'm getting so mad. I understand Aziraphale has religious trauma, but he himself has seen the problems with this. He's seen the problems with the angels. That's why he didn't go back.
Right, I didn't get a chance to say what I was going to say. I think I'd better say it now. Right, okay, yes. So, we've known each other a long time. We've been on this planet for a long time. I mean, you and me. I could always rely on you. You could always rely on me. We're a team, a group. Group of the two of us. And we've spent our existence pretending that we aren't. And I would like to spend...
The voice cracks are killing me. David Tennant. Oh.
I mean, if Gabriel and Beelzebub can do it, go off together, then we can.
Exactly! That's what I've been saying!
We don't need heaven, we don't need hell, they're toxic.
Yes!
We need to get away from them, just be an us. You and me, what do you say?
Come with me. To heaven. I'll run it, you can be my second in command.
He doesn't want that, Aziraphale! Why aren't you two listening to each other? Like, you're talking about your feelings, why aren't you guys listening to each other? Crowley wasn't happy as an angel. He asked questions, and they cast him out. He's not necessarily happy working for hell either. Just be yourselves, where you don't have to answer to anyone. I don't understand why this is... Oh, this is breaking my fucking heart. I understand Aziraphale probably thinks he's doing the right thing. I feel something bad coming. I feel it. Like, I see the pain in his eyes. I see...
You can't leave this book.
Oh, Crowley. Nothing lasts forever.
No, I suppose it does. Good luck.
What?
Crowley, come back.
Do not put us through another breakup. They're not even together. This is like the fucking millionth time we've had a breakup. Can we please not do this?
Work with me. We can be together.
He's been working with you for not 6,000 years, but when did they make the fucking arrangement? Hold on. In 1601, the arrangement existed. So it's existed since before 1601. Because technically they started working together with Job. What was that? The arrangement wasn't a thing, but they worked together for that one. Since 2500 BC, you guys have been working together. In some way, shape, or form. It's been 4,500 years.
We can be together. Angels.
And also, you can be together on Earth. You don't need to be these other things. You could just be yourselves.
I don't think you understand what I'm offering you.
I understand.
He's not interested.
I think I understand a whole lot better than you do.
Well, then there's nothing more to say.
Listen. Hear that?
I don't hear anything.
That's the point. No nightingales.
Fuck you! I'm not... That's why you guys told me the Nightingales thing was gonna come back. Fuck all of you. I have tear stains in my fucking chair. You can't say things like that. That was unnecessary. Fucking Nightingales. I'm so glad I don't live over in the UK. I'd cry every time I saw one of these fucking birds from that.
You idiot. We could have been us.
I know, Crowley. I know. What? What? Fuck. This was not the right way to go about it. I'm fucking shaking. I'm shaking right now.
I forgive you.
Hold on. You can see him wanting to reciprocate. You can see him fighting. He wants to reciprocate. He wants to hold Crowley, but at the same time, like, Crowley, you gave him no time for that. Why are you guys so bad with consent? This was not the right way to... I understand you were doing it, like as an attempt to get him to stay, but this wasn't the right way to go about it. You can see he's struggling. He really wants to reciprocate, but something's holding him back, and it's fucking heaven.
I forgive you.
And again with the I forgive you, he told that to Crowley before. He said that in season 1 twice. He said, may God forgive you during the bandstand thing, and then he said, I forgive you when Crowley tried to apologize to getting him to leave for Alpha Centauri.
Don't bother.
Don't bother! He's never said anything against forgiveness before. He doesn't want to be forgiven. Look, you guys are in so much pain, goddammit. The fucking touching of the lips. No! No! Was he watching? Was he waiting for this to happen? Was he fucking watching this? That timing was too perfect. He was watching. There's no way he wasn't watching. I want to see if... Can we see him in the background at any point? I've wanted them to kiss for so long. Like, I'm for it. But this is not how I wanted it to happen. I'm trying to look at the windows. Hold on. Like, the pain in his face. Like, why are you doing this for heaven? They're assholes! They've never cared about you. Okay, I can't see him in the background, but he's definitely there. I need to calm down. I can't just be crying through this reaction video.
Not well. Well, always did want to go his own way.
Did Muriel watch all of that? Stop it!
Always asking damn fool questions, too. Right. Ready to start?
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Always asking damn fool questions, too.
What was so foolish about his questions? What's so foolish about any question? The nerve of this motherfucker. The nerve of this motherfucker.
Ready to start?
No! Tell him no! Aziraphale?
My bookshop. Yes. Well, for now, I've entrusted it to Muriel, so it shall be in good hands. But...
You are a plotting motherfucker! You are plotting something!
Anything you need to take with you?
No, nothing I can think of.
Not a single thing! Not a book! Say no! Say no!
Nothing at all.
The next step in the great plan.
Yes, you mentioned that. Can I know what it is?
Well, it's something we need an angel of your talents to direct. We call it the Second Coming.
Like the second coming of Christ? The second coming of Christ? Also, why did I hear a miracle sound? Aziraphale? Aziraphale! Please. Please. He looked back! He fucking looked back! I thought Crowley was just gonna watch him go, but he looked back and he knows Crowley's there. Run to Crowley! Apparently I have more tears they've replenished. They've fucking replenished. Don't do it, Aziraphale!
Doors closing.
God damn it, Aziraphale! Crowley, I'm so sorry. Fuck you! Fuck you! No! Well, I wasn't doing fine, but I was doing better than you had to play the last bit of a Nightingale singing Barclays. Oh my god, that was their song! That was their song throughout this season! Like, so many of the lyrics fit them! You can't do that to us! I want to go back and, like, read his body language. Aziraphale does not look like he's happy with the choice he made. I don't know what Aziraphale is thinking. I do not know what Aziraphale is thinking. Maybe when I have time to collect my thoughts, I'll get a better idea, but... I don't know how to take the song playing, because he said no nightingales, meaning like their love is done, but I don't believe that for a second. I believe they're both hurt, because if he didn't love Aziraphale anymore, he wouldn't watch him leave. He wouldn't hope that he'd turn around and choose him. And just the fact that that song is playing. Marmar, get your ass over here, please, and fucking thank you. Oh, I just dropped a tear on you. I'm so sorry. Guys, we need Marmar for emotional support right now. Marmar, why won't they just talk to each other? Why is this so complicated for them? It worked out for Beelzebub and Gabriel. Why is it so complicated for them? You can't tell me they don't love each other, Marmar. Marmar's got other things to do. She's like, you are getting me soaked. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna be able to listen to that song anymore, and I really liked that song. Oh, fuck. I'm happy for Muriel, at least. At least Muriel gets to do something beyond Earth. They seem to like it. They seem to somewhat like books. That's how you've... Aziraphale, why are you looking happy? No, you don't look happy. There's something wrong. I'm trying to focus. He looks like he's thinking. He's definitely thinking about something. Why are you smiling? What is up with the smiling? Let me go back and watch Crowley. I was mostly watching Aziraphale. Crowley's expression doesn't really change. But Aziraphale's does. Aziraphale, what are you doing? 2 hours and 11 minutes. 2 hours and 11 minutes. Why did you guys recommend this show to me? You knew how much I was gonna love it. You knew how much it was gonna destroy me. There's no way I'm gonna be able to collect my thoughts for that. I have so many, you see all these fucking tissues, these used tissues I have on my desk. The ones I've been trying to throw them out. How do I need to pee again? How have I not, just all the hydration in my body, how has it not gone through my tear ducts? Why do I need to pee again? I'm so heartbroken. How can I even cry anymore? I feel like I've cried out my entire body's worth of water. Like, I just keep going through tissues. Like, it won't stop. Great. Well, I think I'm gonna go. I'll try and record, like, an actual comprehensive outro or something, or like my final thoughts or something, but I can't do that right now. I need to recuperate. I need to deal with the trauma I just fucking witnessed, because the crying's not gonna stop anytime soon. And I have to yell at the people on my Patreon server, too. I need to yell at people on Discord, because I told them I was gonna do that for those motherfuckers for getting me to this fucking show. So it's been 3 weeks, and as you can see, I'm coping. Maybe not well, but I'm coping. I needed time to digest, process, another word for process. It was a lot. So, that being said, I seriously rewatched it the other night, and I picked up on a lot of stuff, and I'm finally able to correctly, at least I believe, correctly interpret that entire divorce scene, because that shit was painful, and I was not really paying attention to body language. I was too in my feels at the time. And also the things that I did miss, I blame my watery eyes for, because I could not see. But those of you that saw the reaction video know that already. So yeah, just real quick, how I'm coping. I went to MomoCon, and I bought all the Good Omens merch I can find, including these pillows. To cope, I got an I'm a Child of Divorce shirt, because that's coping well. And I also booked tickets for SuperCon, because I need to go meet David Tennant, because that's going to be my therapy. That's going to be the only way I heal from this experience, or start the path to recovery. But yeah, I apologize. I was just missing on stuff in episode 6. I warned you guys in the video that if a lot of stuff happened, my brain tunes out, and that's exactly what happened. I was just trying to process what we were being shown, and I was not paying attention to body language, subtext, etc. So I went back, I had to take all the notes last night. On episode 6 alone, I took like 4.5 pages of notes, and then I wrote out my post episode 6 thoughts. So we might be here a while, but I just wanted to make sure you guys know that this is how I'm interpreting that scene, and that I know why Aziraphale did what he did. I started genuinely getting confused when we see Aziraphale's reaction to Beelzebub and Gabriel. I was like, what is with that look? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? So this is that part that I'm interpreting. When Aziraphale finds out about Gabriel and Beelzebub, he like grabs onto Crowley's shoulder. And I think that's like the moment he's shocked, but then later on we see that he's actually happy for them, because he's smiling whenever he sees them together. And I think that's because, one, he's happy for them, but also he sees himself in Crowley and Beelzebub and Gabriel, because they were opposite sides And then they ended up coming together. Obviously, he doesn't know their backstory because we saw Gabriel's memories, but they didn't. But just seeing that, like, it worked out for Gabriel and Beelzebub, I think gave him a lot of hope for his relationship with Crowley. I was so infuriated that Aziraphale wasn't picking up or wasn't addressing the fact that Crowley was homeless for however many years. But I think that's because he just had, like, this smile and, like, this look on his face, and I think he was planning on confessing to Crowley before the Metatron showed up in this episode. So I really think he was hopeful about his relationship. He was thinking about confessing, etc., etc. Okay, so then we cut to the actual beginnings of the scene. And it's when Maggie and Nina are talking to Crowley. And you could see at first Crowley's really defensive, but when they bring up the miscommunication and how them talking about their feelings worked for Nina and Maggie, Crowley starts to actually pay attention. You see his eyebrows don't furrow as much. They're not over the rims of his glasses. You could say he's actually open to these suggestions and actually taking it seriously and thinking about it. And then when he actually starts to open up the conversation before his actual confession bit, when Aziraphale first comes in, you could tell he's nervous because he keeps switching from, like, sentence to sentence or cutting himself off, and you could just tell he's uncomfortable with actually having to talk about his feelings, but he's making the attempt to, and that was such a big step for him. But then, of course, Aziraphale starts telling him the news, and at first I was like, what is going on? I'm so confused. He's like boxy. I don't know what's going on. Like, he seems excited, but, like, it was like a weird excited. Like, it seemed like a nervous excited. So I was like, what is that about? But upon the rewatch, I noticed he keeps, like, looking at the window. And I think that's, like, subtle, like, message to Crowley, like, he's out there, he's listening to this conversation, or he's at least watching this conversation. And I think that's why, from that point on, Aziraphale is so pro-heaven and all that. I'll get further into the exact details and stuff like that in a bit. You could tell he's, like, trying to, like, hint to Crowley, or at least that's how I'm taking it, because he keeps looking at the window, and we know, from this scene we previously just saw, that the Metatron's over near Give Me Coffee or Give Me Death with Muriel and faces the bookshop before it cuts to their whole scene in the bookshop. We cut back to the actual conversation between Aziraphale and the Metatron, and Aziraphale was like, I don't want to go back to heaven. He was against going to heaven until the Metatron brought up, you can bring Crowley. You can restore Crowley's angelic status. And then Aziraphale's on board. We'll get to why I think that in a minute, but it was interesting going back and watching it, being like, he was against it at first, and then he switched over, and now I think I know why. But in the order of events in the show, the next thing Aziraphale says is,
obviously you said no to hell, you're the bad guys. But heaven, well, it's the side of truth, of light.
And I was so infuriated in the show when I was watching it, because I'm like, you've seen the faults with heaven, what are you talking about? But again, I think it's because the Metatron is watching or listening, that he has to play up like he's blindly loyal to heaven again in order to become an archangel and possibly thwart heaven's plans again. He even says,
if I'm in charge, I can make a difference.
And it makes me think, like, he's trying to hint to Crowley, like, if I'm in charge, like, also hinting, like, if you're at my side, we can shut this shit down. Obviously not in those words, because Aziraphale would never say that, but that's my whole thoughts as to why he wants Crowley to go to heaven with him, because they can work side by side up there to thwart this plan heaven has. Because he knows that big plans are brewing. He doesn't know about the second coming yet, but he thinks that they can somehow thwart this again, probably similarly to the way they tried to do Armageddon, but failed pretty much the first time because they didn't really do much themselves. And again with the miscommunication, because Aziraphale isn't listening to Crowley at the beginning, trying to talk about his feelings or saying how he needs to talk first, and he cuts him off. So Aziraphale is so focused on telling Crowley the thing with heaven that he tunes out how important this is to Crowley and how much he's struggling to say this and how much it means to him. On the same side, Crowley is not listening to what Aziraphale is saying about heaven because he's so focused on getting his emotions out there and having his feelings finally heard that he just is not reading between the lines of what Aziraphale is trying to hint here. He is taking what Aziraphale says at face value, and especially what he says later on, that becomes a problem. So when Crowley starts his confession, Aziraphale keeps, like, nervously looking at the window. And at first, when I saw that, I thought he was just, like, uncomfortable or didn't know how to process, like, Crowley actually being open about his emotions. But I'm sorry I keep bringing this up, but just to drive the point home, the Metatron is watching Crowley admit that he wants to run away with Aziraphale and get heaven and hell out of it, and that's not going to work for what Aziraphale is trying to hint, that they have to work together to stop these plans. My screensaver just kicked on! No! I was doing so well. Stop with the ineffable husband's screensaver. Please and thank you. And again, we see Crowley really struggling to tell his feelings to Aziraphale, because he keeps cutting himself off. His voice keeps breaking. He's very emotional. He doesn't know how to do this because for 6,000 years, they didn't talk about it. They didn't talk about any of their actual feelings towards each other. And you could tell he's super, like, fidgety and, like, worried, and he's, like, pacing, and it's all in the body language. He's super uncomfortable with this, but he's trying to put himself out there to make Aziraphale understand and finally be with him. And then he even says, like,
I mean, if Gabriel and Beelzebub can do it, go off together, then we can.
He's worried about Aziraphale. Like, he wants to go off and leave heaven and hell behind because he's right, they're toxic. Aziraphale knows this, but he can't acknowledge it right now, which is fucking infuriating because of this goddamn Metatron. We've seen throughout the show, the one thing Crowley wants more than anything is to protect Aziraphale. In season 1, when they thought it was going to turn into a pile of burning goo, he was like, we can run off together. Because he does love the Earth, but he loves Aziraphale more. As long as he has Aziraphale, at the end of the day, he's content. And just that he wants to take Aziraphale away and protect him and keep him out of harm's way. The same reason he ended up helping with Gabriel, because he found out just how much trouble he was going to be in if heaven or hell found out. It's just so tragic because Crowley loves Aziraphale more than anything, including the Earth. And Aziraphale loves the Earth and Crowley. The main reason he was put on this Earth was to protect the Garden of Eden, and then it eventually led to, like, the protection of humanity. He loves humans, he loves Earth, so he's not going to run away with Crowley, just like in season 1. He's not going to run away to wherever Crowley wants to go because he has to protect Earth because he knows things are going down again. I'm so sorry this is out of order. I'm trying to make it as comprehensible as possible, but this is so much to talk about. I've been talking for 14 minutes at this point. But Aziraphale doesn't want to split off with Crowley. He loves being with Crowley, so that's why he's like, please come to heaven with me. But Crowley is not doing it because Crowley obviously has a bad history with heaven. He fell for asking questions, supposedly. I still believe Crowley over everyone else when it comes to heaven because we know him and Aziraphale the most of this entire show. I trust him more than any other unreliable narrator in this show that we've barely had any screen time with. And again, Aziraphale's like,
come with me to heaven. I'll run it. You can be my second in command. You can make a difference.
Again, trying to hint, like, about the thwarting and the stopping of the plans without the Metatron picking up on what he's saying. This part hurts so much. Crowley's like, I'm gonna cry again. I thought I was fine. Crowley says,
you can't leave this bookshop.
And there's subtext there, and Aziraphale's not picking up on it. He doesn't give a fuck about leaving the bookshop. Crowley doesn't want Aziraphale to leave him. But because Aziraphale is so in his mind about heaven and not really paying attention to what Crowley's saying, because again, miscommunication, he says,
oh, Crowley. Nothing lasts forever.
And because Aziraphale thinks he's talking about the bookshop, but Crowley knows he's talking about his feelings, Crowley takes that as rejection. He gets tears in his eyes, which I didn't pick up the first time, but I blame the tears in my own eyes that made everything blurry and I couldn't see. And he puts his glasses back on after that. And that is symbolic of him putting his walls back up. He was very open and trying to be truthful with Aziraphale, and the moment that happened, he took that as rejection. He was hurt. He put his glasses back on. His walls went back up. He probably also didn't want Aziraphale to see him cry, which is just so tragic. Like, the scene itself, the first time you watch it, is tragic, but when you pick up on all these other little details, it's even more tragic in some ways. And then, when Crowley's going to leave, Aziraphale's like,
Crowley, come back! To heaven.
Come back! ... to heaven. It was like, come back to me. But he has to make it seem like he's in this for heaven because of Metatron. But Aziraphale doesn't want Crowley to leave him. And he says,
I need you.
He's finally admitting he needs Crowley, and it's also a callback to the scene in season 1 when they had that fight and Crowley's like,
I don't need you. And the feeling is mutual.
But it's a callback to that he's finally admitting that he needs Crowley. I think it's like a last-ditch effort to try and hint to Crowley for the final time. He's like,
I don't think you understand what I'm offering you.
Crowley's looking away at this point, and he goes to answer. He looks back at Aziraphale, and he says,
I think I understand a whole lot better than you do.
Again, they're talking about different fucking things. Aziraphale's trying to hint at the thwarting in heaven, and Crowley is trying to hint at, like, I know how heaven is. Because as far as Crowley knows, or as far as Crowley's taking it, Aziraphale's now blindly loyal to heaven again, or starting to go back over to heaven's side. Crowley knows better than anyone about what heaven's like and how you can fall for simply questioning things, etc., etc. So again, they're on different pages, though they think they're talking about the same thing, but they're not. During this, after he says, I think I understand a whole lot better than you do, he's looking at Aziraphale. Aziraphale, again, looks at the window. Okay, so Crowley has his glasses on, he has his walls up, he's hurt, and that's why I think he says,
Listen. Taylor, that's the point. No nightingales.
being like, you know, I don't love you anymore, or this is over, or I'm done. And then he says,
You idiot. We could have been us.
and Aziraphale looks away because he's genuinely hurt by that. And it just shows that Aziraphale does care about Crowley and how hard this is for him to actually witness, and his ultimate failing of getting Crowley to join him. And then there's, of course, the kiss, which I was not freaking ready for. I'm still taking that as, like, Crowley's last desperate attempt to get Aziraphale to stay with him and to not go back to heaven. There was so much passion and desperation in that kiss. It's so tragic because we know Aziraphale loves Crowley. We could see he really wants to, like, embrace him, but he's struggling because he knows. They're in front of a giant window, and the Metatron's watching them, so he can't reciprocate, and I think that's also why he says, I forgive you. That might have been a show for the Metatron, that bit, and then Crowley says, don't bother. Even when I was watching the show for the first time, I'm like, there's no way that motherfucker wasn't watching, because the moment Crowley leaves, he comes back in. As the Metatron comes back in, Aziraphale turns away, and you could see, like, this. He's wiping away the tears in his eyes. I'm like, Neil Gaiman, I did not consent to this emotional mindfuck. Like, please stop. When I realized that, I was crying all over again. But it shows you just how hurt he was by the entire interaction, how upset he is. Screensaver, stop! It shows you just how upset he is by the entire interaction, but he can't let the Metatron know how upset he is about this. Muriel saw the entire thing happen, or at the very least, the end bit of it. And then, once Aziraphale realizes Crowley's not coming to heaven with me, he tries to make up excuses to not go to heaven, to not take up this position. He's like,
But, my bookshop.
The Metatron, being a sneaky motherfucker he is, he's like, oh, don't worry, I put Muriel in charge of it. They'll take care of it. So Aziraphale runs out of excuses, and the Metatron's trying to rush Aziraphale to choose, to make his decision, and Aziraphale can't come up with any more excuses. When he was refusing heaven for the first time at the coffee shop, he was like, where would I get my coffee? He's trying to refuse heaven again with the bookshop, but of course the Metatron had an excuse for that. And then the Metatron asks, anything you need to take with you? And where does Aziraphale look? Out the fucking window, the direction Crowley left. I hate everyone. I hate everyone right now. This is so painful. It doesn't need to be this painful, but Neil Gaiman said, no, all you fans, fuck all your feelings. You're going into despair today. I entered new stages of grief in this reaction video. Someone on my Patreon server, Bowen, said I invented 4 extra stages of grief. But the phrasing, anything you need to take with you, need Crowley. He looks in Crowley's directions. He needs Crowley. Then he said, and I'm taking that as Aziraphale was going to reject going to heaven again, but he had this, like, internal battle within him of, I need to protect Earth, I need to find out what heaven's up to, I'll come back to Crowley. And immediately after that, he starts asking about the plans. And I'm like, was he planning on getting a little bit of intel here? Like, as much as he could get, and then denying the position, going back to Crowley, and then they try and plan something out on Earth. Like, with the Antichrist, trying to thwart it from Earth. But then when he hears the second coming, that sounds like a giant fucking deal, and I think that's when Aziraphale's like, I can't do this from Earth. I need to go into heaven to thwart this. Like, in order to protect Earth, I need to do this. I need to separate myself from Crowley, which is why you see him really wanting to run back to Crowley, but he chooses to go up with the Metatron in the elevator. And then, because Neil Gaiman said, you guys aren't crying enough, boom, we cut to the scene where A Nightingale Sang in Berkeley Square is playing on Crowley's radio in his Bentley. People have told me the Bentley is connected to Crowley and his emotions, and the way I'm taking that is he is in love with Aziraphale. He never stopped being in love with Aziraphale, but because he was hurt, he was lashing out. That's why he said no more nightingales. He also had his glasses on, his walls up, and he was getting defensive, and I think it was his way of, like, kind of hurting Aziraphale the way he was hurt at that moment, but because a Nightingale sang in Berkeley Square plays, to me, I'm taking that as it's pretty obvious he still loves Aziraphale, and he is genuinely hurt about how this entire thing turned out, because he tried being open with his emotions. He saw it worked for Maggie and Nina. He probably thought it worked for him and Aziraphale as well, and that's what makes it so much more tragic. This has turned into a video essay. This is the hyperfixating. And then the final scene, the Aziraphale smile. I was so confused when I first watched this. I'm like, why the fuck is he smiling? This is tragic circumstances. Why are you smiling? But upon the rewatch and discussing it on my Patreon server with my Discord peeps, I was like, wait a minute. I've seen that fucking smile before. In season 1, at the final episode, when Crowley says,
"And if you weren't, deep down, just enough of a bastard to be worth knowing."
When Crowley calls him a bastard, he smiles. That's his bastard smile. I'm taking that as, you know, he's gonna burn this motherfucker down. He's going to burn this place to the ground. Like, and I'm like, please, Aziraphale, go for it. That was like 27 minutes of me just talking about that whole interaction between Aziraphale and Crowley. I'm so sorry, but I needed to get that out there, that I actually understand the scene, and this is how I'm interpreting it. Obviously, we're left with our thoughts and our interpretations until anything's actually confirmed, but I feel pretty positive in this interpretation of it. This is how I'm choosing to take it. If I'm wrong, this is what I need to cope, okay? And then some final things I wanted to touch on before. So in the episode, in the reaction, I was like, it worked for Beelzebub and Gabriel. Why can't it work for you guys? But while they have a lot of similarities, there's also a lot of differences. Beelzebub and Gabriel are not attached to the Earth the way Crowley and Aziraphale are. So they're able to just leave for Alpha Centauri and not care. They could just go off and be happy. They don't have any of their connections to these human things like food or alcohol or, you know, music. Well, they kind of like music, but they only know the one song. So they were able to leave for Alpha Centauri, no problem, but Crowley and Aziraphale aren't able to do that, especially Aziraphale, because Aziraphale loves the Earth so much, loves humans, so I understand why Aziraphale had to say no to leaving with Crowley again. Okay, so theories. This is just like, I'm just considering this like a little fun theory. I didn't actually have the time to look into this because it's literally Tuesday, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and this was supposed to go up at 3, but it's not happening today because I'm halfway done with the editing. Sorry if you hear my dog barking in the background, she will not shut up. When I was watching that whole trial scene with Gabriel, the Metatron, Michael, Uriel, and Cerecriel, it was interesting to me during the rewatch that the Metatron wasn't like, okay, what are we gonna do with Gabriel? Because we can't cast him out, what are we gonna do? He immediately was like, we'll just make you a 38th class Scrivener. And Muriel was like, I'm surprised, I didn't know it went down that low. I thought 37th was the lowest or whatever they said. For some reason it clicked in my head. I was like, wait a minute. Could Muriel have been at one point like an archangel or a high class angel and then something happened and they erased their memories? Because that just seemed like too quick of a solution for the Metatron to jump to if he hadn't done it in the past. And also, when I brought this up on my server, they were saying how we were cooking with this. We were actually like entertaining this. We were trying to think, and I didn't have the time to actually look into the timeline. I know for a fact they're a Scrivener during the whole Job situation. So it makes me think maybe something happened between either the initial fall in that scene where they didn't want to cast out any more angels, so they just erased their memories, or like, because they don't seem to really remember Aziraphale when they go down to Earth. So either it's been so long they simply forgot who Aziraphale was, or maybe they had their memories wiped again. I don't freaking know, but it just seemed very weird to me. I also forgot to touch on the fact that I think Muriel is going to tell Crowley what actually happened during that entire bookshop scene and that the Metatron was watching them, because we saw Muriel was outside with the Metatron, but was also watching what was going on in the bookshop. So one of my theories is that the way Crowley finds out that Aziraphale wasn't being serious is going to be through Muriel, because either he visits the bookshop or he runs into them outside of it. But I definitely think Muriel watching this whole interaction is definitely going to come into Crowley finding out about the intentions behind why Aziraphale had to accept. But yeah, and I'm so sorry that my final thoughts are this long. I just needed to put that out there, and I felt like it was better to just include it at the end of this video so that people don't have to go looking for my final thoughts, etc., etc. Okay, so I think I've kept you guys here long enough. I'm so sorry, but I just had to correct my misinterpretation the first time watching it. But I honestly, guys, you can't blame me, okay? You know how emotional I get? Or if you're new here, hi, I do get this emotional quite frequently. Not this. This is the hardest I think I've ever cried at something. I had to cut out so much of the crying. But I get very emotional, and when I get overwhelmed, my brain stops picking up on stuff a lot of the time. I just wanted to apologize for that. I had to come in, let you guys know this is how I'm interpreting it. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I didn't go out looking to see if Neil Gaiman confirmed any of this at any point. I only looked for the screenshot for that thing I addressed earlier in the video. Thank you so much for recommending Good Omens to me. I enjoyed it so much. It is a current hyperfixation of mine. I adore it. I love these two. I'm eagerly awaiting season 3, and I need to go meet David Tennant to, to really, truly treat myself, because I can't afford therapy. So this is what I'm doing instead. I just want to thank you guys so much for getting into the show. I had a blast reacting to it. Usually live action isn't my stuff, but I absolutely adored it. I fell in love with so many of the characters, and it was a great freaking show. And I hope I see you all in season 3 when I react to it, whenever it comes out. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments below. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace.